Creditors turnover ratio we have already finished yesterday. In the turnover ratios, we have seen inventory turnover ratio, stock turnover ratio, that is debtors turnover ratio, creditors turnover ratio. Today we'll go for cash turnover ratio, working capital, fixed assets, and sales to net worth ratio. All four of these things, they are very small. Again, I will repeat here, the most important are debtors turnover ratio and creditors turnover ratio. Concentrate on these two. Others, we'll just go through them. So cash turnover ratio. The cash turnover ratio is used to determine the portion of cash required to generate sales. The ratio is typically compared to the same result for other businesses in the same industry to estimate the efficiency with which an organization uses it available cash to conduct operations and generate sales. So cash turnover is, what is the cash turnover compared to the sales? It is calculated by the following formula. Cash turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by average cash balance. Okay. See this is net sales divided by average cash balance. So net sales, as you already know, you have done it earlier also. Net sales is equal to the total sales. Okay. So where it is cash sales plus credit sales minus sales returns divided by average cash balance. The cash balance, whatever you have opening plus closing divided by 2, that is the average cash balance. Next one, working capital turnover ratio. The working capital turnover ratio measures how well a company is utilizing its working capital in support to a given level of sales. So here we are comparing working capital with sales. How is the sales generation? Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. All of you know that. It is calculated by the following formula. Working capital turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by net working capital. Net sales, again I'll repeat here, it is the total sales, credit sales plus cash sales minus sales returns. Net working capital, this also you have been studying continuously, it is nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. So here I'll tell you the working capital turnover ratio. We will solve one problem over here. From the following information, calculate working capital turnover ratio. Current assets is rupees 9 lakhs. Current liabilities is 3 lakhs. Total sales is 31 lakhs. Sales return is 1 lakh. This is the problem that is being given. The information is given and you have to find out working capital turnover. Current assets 9 lakhs, liabilities 3 lakhs, sales is 31 lakhs and sales return is 1 lakh. So firstly, we'll go for calculation of net working capital. As I've told you, net working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. 9 lakhs minus 3 lakhs. 9 lakhs is what? Current assets. So this is from here, I have taken the current assets 9 lakhs. Current liabilities is 3 lakhs. I have taken it from here. Okay. So 9 lakhs minus 3 lakhs is 6 lakhs. So 6 lakhs is the net working capital. Next, we have calculation of net sales. As I told you, total sales. If credit and cash sales are given separately, take it separately, add it to the total sales, less sales returns. Okay. So total sales is actually directly given 31 lakhs. I'm taking this 31 lakhs here. Then we have sales returns, that is 1 lakh. Okay. From here I have taken this sales returns 1 lakhs. So 31 lakh minus 1 lakh is 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs is our net sales. Now calculation of working capital turnover ratio. Working capital turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by net working capital. So we all know that net sales is 30,000. I have substituted net sales 30,000 here. Net working capital is 6 lakhs, that is taken here. Okay, so here you see 30 lakhs divided by 6 lakhs, you will get 5 times. Okay, so do this problem. Okay, finish doing this. We'll go for the next one. Take down, there is one more problem over here. From the following information, calculate working capital turnover ratio. Current assets is 6,50,000. Current liabilities is 2,50,000. Cash sales is 9 lakhs. Credit sales 13 lakhs. Sales returns from credit sales, that is 2 lakhs. Okay, so this is the information. As I told you, in the previous problem, we had directly total sales. Now we have cash sales and credit sales as well as sales returns. So calculation of net working capital. So net working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. So you have current assets 6,50,000. From here I have taken here. Current liabilities is 2,50,000, that is taken over here. So 6,50,000 minus 2,50,000, you will get it as 4 lakhs. This is our net working capital. Then calculation of net sales. So net sales, as I've told you, cash sales plus credit sales minus sales returns. I have put a bracket over here, that is because it is specified here sales returns from credit sales. Okay. So cash sales is 9 lakhs. I have taken it here. Credit sales is 13 lakhs. This is being taken here, credit sales. Sales returns 2 lakhs. I am taking here minus 2 lakhs. Okay. So 9 lakh as it is. 13 lakh minus 2 lakhs. This is 11 lakhs. So 20 lakhs. Yeah. This is plus. So 20 lakhs is our net sales. 20 lakhs. So now we'll go for calculation of net working capital. Sorry, calculation of working capital turnover ratio. From our previous calculations, we have got net working capital as 4 lakhs and net sales as 20 lakhs. So calculation of working capital turnover ratio. Working capital turnover ratio is net sales divided by net working capital. So it is net sales is 20 lakhs and working capital turnover is 4 lakhs. So 20 lakhs divided by 4 lakhs will get 5 times. Okay. Finish doing this. We'll go for the next one. Take down fixed assets turnover ratio. So fixed assets turnover ratio, FAT we call, is an indicate measuring a business efficiency in using fixed assets to generate revenue. The ratio compares net sales with its average net fixed assets. Fixed assets means what all of you know, that they are the property, plant, machinery, building, equipments, okay, etc. minus the accumulated depreciation. Remember here, while finding out the net fixed assets, all the fixed assets minus the accumulated depreciation. It is calculated by the following formula. Fixed assets turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by fixed assets. Now all of you know net sales, that's a total sales minus sales returns. Total sales is nothing but credit sales plus cash sales. Fixed assets, as we have seen here, net fixed assets. What are these things? All these things, plant, machinery, building, equipment, etc. minus the accumulated depreciation. So write down this. Fixed assets turnover ratio, same formula I have repeated. Net sales divided by fixed assets. Net sales is sales minus sales returns. Net fixed assets is equal to fixed assets minus depreciation. Interpretation of this is increase in ratio will show an improvement in utilization of fixed assets. Decrease in ratio will indicate that fixed assets are not properly utilized. Take down this part. Okay, so we'll do one problem on this. Take down. From the following data, calculate the fixed assets turnover ratio. Gross fixed assets is 19 lakhs. Accumulated depreciation is 3 lakhs. Total sales rupees 68 lakhs and sales return is 4 lakhs. We have to find fixed assets turnover ratio. And as we all know, the formula for fixed assets turnover ratio is net sales divided by fixed assets. This is what I have taken. So what are in the sales part, we know total sales and sales returns. This is what the data is available. So net sales is equal to sales minus sales returns. 68 lakhs minus 4 lakhs. So it is 64 lakhs. Okay. 68 is our total sales minus sales return 4 lakhs will get 64 lakhs. Net fixed assets is equal to fixed assets minus depreciation. So we know that fixed assets is given here, gross fixed assets 19 lakhs. This is taken over here, 19 lakhs. And here it is directly given accumulated depreciation 3 lakhs. I've taken here 3 lakhs. So 19 lakhs minus 3 lakhs will get 16 lakhs. This is our net fixed assets. So when you put this, substitute these values into your formula, fixed assets turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by fixed assets. So fixed assets turnover ratio is 64 lakhs divided by 16 lakhs. That is 4 times. Okay, take down this. So we'll go for the next one, that is capital turnover ratio. Capital turnover ratio compares the annual sales of a business to the total amount of its equity shareholders fund. Okay, equity shareholders fund or shareholders equity. The intent is to measure the proportion of revenue that a company can generate with a given amount of equity. ನೀವು ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಾಕದೆ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ಗಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿ. You want to analyze whether your capital employed is being utilized correctly or not. So we are calculating this ratio. It is also a general measure to the level of capital investment needed to specific industry in order to generate sales. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು, how much investment is required to generate sales. So this is calculated by the following formula. Capital turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by capital employed. Okay, so interpretation, high ratio indicates the better position and over trading. Low ratio indicates bad position. There is in most of the ratios you don't find any standard ratios. If it is high, it indicates efficiency. If it is low, it is inefficient. Okay, we'll take down one formula, one problem on this. Calculate capital turnover ratio from the data given below. Sales, we have 3 lakhs 10,000. Sales return is 10 lakh. Capital is 4 lakh 50,000. So capital turnover ratio is net sales divided by capital employed. Net sales is equal to sales minus sales returns, that is 3 lakh 10,000 minus 10,000, you will get it as 3 lakhs. Capital employed is directly given 4 lakh 50,000. Okay, so capital turnover ratio is equal to net sales divided by capital employed. So net sales is 3 lakhs, capital employed is 4 lakh 50,000. You will get 0.66 times. This is the capital turnover ratio. So this is all what you have about the turnover ratios. Okay, Inventory turnover ratio, this we have studied. Debtors turnover ratio, it's very important. Along with the debtors turnover ratio, you will go for average collection period. A creditors turnover ratio, along with this you have average payment period. Then we studied cash turnover ratio, cash to net sales, and working capital turnover, it is net sales to working capital. Fixed assets turnover is fixed assets to net sales. Capital turnover ratio, we also call it as sales to net worth ratio. So that is sales to capital employed. Okay, so whenever we have turnover, it always comes with sales. Clear about this? So this I will stop over here. We'll continue the next one.